Think about the countless times you wanted to start something new but never did. Another dream left to die. "2013. Dang. Damn, I had big dreams. Sucks it'll never happen though. I'm not even 6 feet. I got no hops. And I don't know, just seems too complicated to train for it, so. It's just another dream I have to leave to die. Think about the countless times you wanted to start something new but never did. Think about what life could have been like if you had just said, fuck it. Sure, you might have failed or realized it wasn't for you, but you tried and you learned because of it. Those skills and lessons you learned will carry on, and don't look past the possibility that you didn't fail and success did come. But I get it. It can be daunting. Here's the thing. You're not alone. Think about all the aspiring creators who never came to be because they never took that first step. The potential skills, value, and impact they could have shared to the world. Think about what you want to do at this moment. Your goals and dreams. Now imagine yourself 10 years from now, doing the exact same thing you always do. Never starting. Another dream left to die. Your big dreams have the potential to be the next big thing. I've had my fair share of dreams. My biggest dream is one I've had since I was 10 years old. If you hadn't already guessed, it's becoming a successful YouTuber. I still have this dream. I've been doing this for nearly a decade. I've had 7 different attempts at it. Of course, it's gone through its slight variations over the years, whether it be Minecraft videos, Geometry Dash, storytime animation, starting a gaming clan with my friends, trying out vlogs, and even funny gaming videos. But the core goal has always remained the same. The thing is, I've started all of these different channels. I've taken the first step multiple times. The problem is that I've never stuck through, found success, or been consistent. There are 2 huge mistakes that played a huge role in this downfall. The first one is procrastination. For many of these channels, I started out strong and uploaded a lot of videos consistently, and I stopped because I was lazy. It can be easy to get caught up in a binge or mindless scroll for hours. I know that all too well. It happens. I've only gotten somewhat good at managing my time recently, and man, if you're gonna procrastinate anyways, use the most of your time, especially whenever you find yourself working for once. The second mistake is perfection. My latest attempt at YouTube was a channel that would post similar content to what you see right now, and I was planning the videos, the channel for months, and I never ended up uploading the first video because I wanted it to be a perfect first video. And that's just not possible. When you're starting out, what you make doesn't have to be a masterpiece, and to be honest, you probably won't be able to make it a masterpiece. There will always be flaws. You'll never be 100% perfect. You learn by making mistakes, so don't obsess over perfection. As I build towards my dream of YouTube again, with this channel right here, which is actually my 8th attempt now, I'll be sure not to repeat my mistakes. I've learned a few important lessons on getting started. Here's a guide to help get you on your feet. Point 1 is to clear any doubt you have. Do you doubt your ability? I'm not good enough. I've been in the same boat, and I still am in the same boat. Let me tell you something. You have at least one thing that you are skilled or knowledgeable in that the average person doesn't. It doesn't matter if there are people who are better than you in that one area, because there's bound to be other people who aren't. What about if you're scared of being judged? It's been said a million times by now, but you have to ingrain this. Nobody will remember you generations from now. So just do what you want to do. You're gonna get judged no matter what. So are you just gonna do nothing, or are you gonna prove them wrong? The second point is to work with what you have. If you're watching this, you probably have everything you need to get started. There are tons of free resources that you can get on any device. Find the ones that work best for you, and then practice the basics with what you have. One day you'll be able to upgrade. At that point, you would have already built something. If you waited for that upgrade before even starting, you would have built nothing. If you were able to build something amazing with terrible resources, imagine what you could do with the best. The third step is to take it piece by piece. Don't overwhelm yourself. For example, if you had the big task of uploading a YouTube video, you could break it down into smaller steps. Script, record, edit, and publish. And from there, you can break it down even further. Don't overwhelm yourself by looking at these as big, difficult tasks. Break them down to be digestible and low friction to start. And the final point is to use momentum. If you do something hard, it'll get easier. And if it's easy, you're more likely to do it again. And if you do it over and over again, it becomes a habit. By taking on new challenges and first steps, you build momentum not only towards your goals, but in your life as a whole. For example, when I first started building on Twitter, the first tweet was difficult for me, but it got easier the 20th time, and even easier the 100th time. Of course, there will be times when things do get difficult again. There will be slumps and drops, but more likely than not, you'll keep pushing. You're already past the toughest hurdle, which is starting. And that's pretty much everything. I hope with this video, you were able to find some inspiration and guidance on getting started. And I hope you get out there and start crushing your dreams.
Bro, what am I doing, man? Let's do this. They don't know me, son. They don't know me, son.
First, you take the first step. Then, you run. And finally, you fly.
Yeah, no, that was a 9-foot rip.
This is my 8th attempt at YouTube. This was my first step. Now take yours. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. This video is my own first step into building my YouTube dreams again. I wanted to experiment and just have fun with the script, which is actually from my newsletter. Link in bio. I'm a little rusty and need more practice, but this video turned out pretty well. It's a taste of what's to come in the future. If you're interested in seeing me finally reach my dream, join me on this journey by dropping a sub, or even better, starting your own YouTube channel too. Let's break through together. Welcome to the CQ Journal.